Alright, Shalom Akim. All praises goes to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And double honors goes unto the apostles of the great millstone who have taught us this truth. And peace and blessings and much love goes to the elect prophets that are out there teaching the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Brothers, as well as you sincere listeners out there that are coming back to your God Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai in the belief of his son Yahweh Shai. So basically this is going to be an impromptu car show, on the go thoughts while I'm driving, and something the spirit told me, like, this flesh is wicked, man. It's weak, it's feeble, and it's subject to sin. And another way of understanding sin is to miss something, to miss the mark, to go outside. Another way of understanding it is to go outside, right? Because when you miss a mark, you're outside of the mark. So it means to go outside of the ordinances of the Heavenly Father. The thing is about the flesh, it tugs at your spirit. It tugs at what you want to do and the righteousness of the Lord, because the flesh doesn't care if a woman has a husband or not, or if you're a woman and you have a husband or not. If you see something that looks nice and you want it, as far as the opposite sex, your flesh will crave to be next to it, no matter your circumstance. The flesh will get you to covet a possession of the next person, all because it looks dainty to you. Your eyes seen it, and you may want it, and then you go about stealing or killing because of these objects. The flesh seeks preeminence, man. Exalt, self-promotion. You get feelings of embarrassment when you're forced to humble yourself, when there's nothing wrong with being humble. You see what I mean? These diverse emotions you feel sometimes that will not even be in line with the will of the Heavenly Father. You'll get mad or something like of that nature when the things that are happening to you is the will of the Heavenly Father. When you're spiritual, you understand your misfortunes that you have in life is a test, and the Lord is trying your spirit, and He's making you better. But does the flesh understand these things? No, not in the moment. So the flesh is something that we have to overcome, man, every day, every minute, every hour, and we don't win every battle. That's why we still sin in this flesh. That's why the Apostle Paul referred to our bodies as the sinful flesh. Your ears, your mouth, your eyes, the wicked frame of mind that you got. We fight it, man. We gotta fight this flesh every day, because it has desires outside of the will of the Lord. That's why one of the things in the Lord's Prayer is thy will be done. Because sometimes your own personal will is not in line to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's will. So that's something that is a fixture to, help you on your journey of combating the flesh, is that understanding the Heavenly Father's will. Because we can see the bigger picture. We can see that the Most High you know, he's intent on destroying America and exalting the prophets. But what about every day-to-day situation? What about your job? What about what's going on with your woman? What about the interactions that you have with brothers? What, you know, these are things that sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you don't have the understanding in the spiritual sense, but you have to seek for what the Lord is trying to tell you, rather than, as the subject goes, giving into the flesh. You know, because not at all times giving into the flesh is wicked. If you get hungry, you're hungry. You know what I'm saying? If you got to use the bathroom, then use the bathroom. But the thing about it is, we walk a thin line, you know, of trying to be perfect and please the Most High every day. You know, that's why prayer, counsel, and fasting is very useful tools in fighting the flesh, man, because it gets you in tune with what the Lord wants. And that's the thing about it. The Lord is working these things into you over time. The attributes that of a spiritual man should have, of patience and long suffering, forbearance, charity, you know, meekness, being humble, you know, experience, wisdom, belief, endurance, spiritual strength. This is something that the Lord works within us, so you can't necessarily downgrade yourself or have too much of a quarrel within your mind about the times when you, as a man, because we're just men, and to some women, when you fail, you know, failing, it happens, man, but it should be always could be a thing that you reflect on so you can know how to be better and avoid those things, and ultimately cry out to the Heavenly Father even more, plead to Him even more, that we can escape this flesh, because we're going to give immortal bodies. That's why we seek a body that's going to naturally, without a thought, be righteous, man. So we're in this condition for a reason. If the Lord wanted to, we could be perfect tomorrow with the snap of a finger and do everything righteous. But He doesn't want that. This is a battle. It's a testing ground. The flesh is very powerful. And He put us in these powerful chains, as the scriptures call it in the book of Peter, the chains of darkness. So that on this journey that we are in, bearing our cross, being the followers of the Messiah, so we can be tested, so we can experience the same things our Lord did. You know, we can be partakers of His sufferings in hopes of being partakers of His rewards. You know, that's what this is all about. So you can't look at it always from a small perspective. It's good to micromanage. It's good to dissect when things happen to you, but the bigger picture of suffering and battling the flesh is that ultimate test. That ultimate test, and those tests, those different breaking points you might have had in the truth, and that we're going to experience all the way until the point we get saved, is that this is our test, man. And if we can pass the ultimate test, which I would even say what the ultimate test is the temptation and the days when the RFID chip is made mandatory, you overcome that, you've overcome the world. And we have overcome the world already. If we be the elect, if we be the true ones that really believe, we have overcome already, but it just hasn't happened yet. But in that day, the Lord has chosen men, and we hope to be those men that the Lord will have overcome. Though the Lord will place those men in precarious situations, like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, which was Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. They were placed in the midst of the furnace to test their belief. In their flesh, they could have been burned. It's very painful. Salakia. It's very painful to feel a burn, man. But the thing is, will you be spiritual? Are you going to worship the idol so you don't experience that fleshly pain? Or will you accept what's ahead of you, worshiping the Heavenly Father, man? You know what I mean? And flesh is very wicked, man. So we gotta be on guard in our minds, man. You know, be on guard in your mind and your spirit of the things you need to work on as far as defeating this flesh, man. Your shortcomings mentally and spiritually that you got, man, because that's the flesh. We got to purge these things out of us day by day. And I pray to the Heavenly Father that He does purge our iniquity. And our iniquity lies in these damn bodies. Because in our spirit, we want to do right by the Heavenly Father, but, you know, we got diverse temptations we deal with every day. You know, so understand you're going to be tempted in the flesh. The evilness of the flesh is going to be known very quickly when you're in this truth. The evil nature of your body and yourself is going to be manifest every day, man. We got to fight it. And we just got to pray, and I pray to that the Lord give us the endurance and strength and faith and patience and everything to win, man, to be worthy of being saved. Because this place is hell, man. You know, because the opposite of that is being like the people in the world and giving into the flesh. And guess what they're going to get? Death. They're going to be put to death in grievous ways, man. You know? And be disgraced of the Heavenly Father. So, Lord's will, a point was made. Edify some of you sincere listeners out there. And the flesh is wicked, so fight it. All praise goes to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom.